Hi students, I'm going to go over your final exam assignment really quick. So let's switch to Canvas. Okay, so your final exam is going to be due by noon on Friday, December 18th. So that's the last day of finals. For your assignment, you're going to be doing two things. One is a revision of a paper, and the other one is a reflection. So I'm going to go over each of them. So for the revision, you can revise either essay 1, 2, or 3, but it must be the essay that has the lowest grade. Now, let's say you got the same grade on all of your essays. You can just pick and choose the one you want to revise. It must be an essay that I have graded and given you comments on. So you can't just turn in an essay that you haven't written yet and turned in. It won't count towards the final exam. You will not receive the 50 points. Another thing is you want to make sure that you apply all of my comments to your essay and all my suggestions. So go through, the essay that I gave you back with all my comments and read all of them and make sure you address every single one. I do expect that 30% of your paper is going to be completely different, whether that's changes all over the place or you add a paragraph or you delete stuff and add more stuff, but it should be 30% of it should be completely different. You don't want to just do one or two changes because you won't get credit for the final exam if you do that. The other thing that's important is that you're going to be adding comments and highlighting or using track changes to show me the changes that you've made. So I'm going to demonstrate really quick. So this is an old paper of mine. So let's say that this is your paper and you're going to be revising it. Let's say you completely added a new thesis, right? So I'm just going to highlight that, right? And I'm going to add a comment. I'm going to say added new thesis to better address the prompt, right? And then add the comment. Now let's say that I changed citation. So I just say, add citation in MLA. So you could do that for each one. Let's say you added an entirely new paragraph. You could say added new paragraph to better support thesis or something, okay? So again, you would just add highlighting and comments if you're using Google. And then when you turn it in, you would basically just download it as a Word doc. And it's going to save all your comments, so I'll be able to see it. Okay, so now let's say you're using Word, and I highly suggest that you guys use Microsoft Word because it's way easier. So what you'll do is you'll go to what's called Review, and you'll click on Track Changes. You can do comments just on its own if you want. Track Changes is great because it will just automatically save the changes. You won't have to comment and highlight anything. So I'll show you an example. You see how there's that red line? It will tell the reader that you've changed it. So I added a new title here. And what's cool is that it'll alert me as a reader that you've changed it, but then it'll also tell me the action of what you did and what you deleted. So track changes is a really easy way to do what you were doing in Google without having to do the extra step of actually making comments. Although you can add comments, like here you can, click on an area and add a comment to it if you want to, and you can just type in whatever your comment is right there. Okay, and the same thing, you would just, again, you would save it, as a doc, and then you would upload it. Okay, so now, because you have to do two different things, right? And the second thing you're going to be doing is a one-page reflection. I don't care if it's single space or double space. Just make sure that it's, a full paragraph, which at least 4 sentences per question. The 2 questions you're going to be answering are these. So the first one is what you learned through the revision process, and give me some specific examples, and then what grade do you believe you deserve on the revision? So you got to give me a reason why you deserve that grade, yeah? So just as a side note, if you have revised over 30% of your paper, and I think you've addressed every single one of my comments and made your paper better and stronger, I will give you the full credit for the revision, which is 50 points, and then I will also give you an updated grade. So let's say you had a C originally and then you brought your paper up to an A. I will change your grade on the paper to an A so that it'll boost your grade. It's really just a win-win, okay? So that's that. The other thing is, because you're doing 2 different things, you're gonna have to upload 2 different documents, right? So when you go to submit, you see how there's an add another file? you want to add another file. And just so you know, you can do this in Canvas. You can add as many files as you want. But for this, you're just going to need 2. So you'll choose your file for the revision, and you'll choose your file for the reflection, and then you'll submit. Okay? So that's how you do more than one upload. Okay, and that's basically it. If you guys have any questions, let me know, and good luck.